Veins and arteries are stitched together.
What?
Okay. It looks like...
Like naturally or manually?
When injected into both ends of a severed vessel and heated, it distends the opening to allow the surgeons to glue them together. Precisely
You
using
literally
a
have
surgical
to
sealant.
glue that shit.
Of course, I'm sure that didn't happen in 1868.
Literally.
Ibo's voice seemed to be a lot calmer compared to his initial reaction. His disappointment and shock were no small thing to overcome. The manner in which his composure returned was impressive. Ibo looked Sen straight in the eye and responded. His positive, earnest words brought some warmth to my worried heart. How was he able to hold his head high or keep himself from giving up? Like always, Ibo was speaking from his heart with sincerity. Sincerity. I could see a lot of the Shinsengumi in him.
No, please. Please, dunk
Slander
on
him
Sanon.
all you want.
Dunk that bitch into the ground. Abso-fucking-lutely, honey. Hell yeah, you tell him. Okay, well. What are you... What? Wait, what?
He's gonna defeat them with his words. He is killing them with the kindness.
Mm-hmm.
His spirit was unwavering, and the unrelenting politeness in his voice spoke volumes about him. This was the right man to be with.
Truly.
Neither Sen Kimikiku or I could bring ourselves to interrupt him listening to him speak. Honestly, what could any of us say? That was not his arm.
Did he miss that part of the conversation? Was that like a quiet sidebar between us and our dad?
Sen gave a small sigh. Just as she was about to oblige him, she turned like she'd heard something and looked at Kimigugu.
Yeah, to be fair, that it's spelled wrong that time. Other times you like started and stopped and caught yourself, but that's literally the text.
Kimigiku bowed briefly and went outside. I wondered what it was. Had someone been eavesdropping? Little snakes. Without a beat, Sen turned to face Iba, continuing on.
Are you okay over there?
Is it noisy?
It's funny because it's not as noisy as your other mic, but it does sound like you're underwater.
Oh no.
Like, not when you talk, but just like the sound that your mic makes when it's moving around sounds like that underwater noise.
I see. Anyways, I'm fine now.
Okay.
Am I like too quiet right now?
No, you're good.
Okay. Wait, what's happening?
She said it's understandable for you to have questions.
I see. Thank you.
Yeah, she just trudged straight along.
I'm sorry. Can we pause so I can grab some water?
For sure. That's
I
fine.
ran out like a half hour ago.
Oh no, I've needed to pee for a while, but I didn't want to stop and be like I wanted to keep going. So, you know, yeah, we'll take
cut this part out.
Break. Right? It'll be fine. Go back, please. We're done. Oh wait, who was narrating?
Oh, it was me. I got you.
Okay, do you want me to go, actually?
Yeah, it was kind of a lot.
It was a lot. Because we kept thinking, like, I feel like we didn't swap because we were like, it'll end soon. And it just kept going. There was regret in Sen's voice.
So, what's the deal with this demon's arm? And how in the world were my father or Takeda able to obtain such a thing?
Well, we're fucked. Hearing about our ancestors in those demon clans, having it settle out was a bizarre reality. However, the seriousness with which Sen spoke told me that this is no fairy tale or myth. After pausing for a moment to breathe, she turned to face me after grabbing my hand gently. To sell? What a nasty, nasty boy.
そして先日、彼はこのヤセの里に入り込み、私たちの一族が厳重に保管していた鬼の腕を盗み出したのよ。私とお菊はその腕を取り戻すためにコードーさんを追ってたんだけど。
Okay, but if it was guarded, how did our old man fucking steal that shit?
Literally.
Like, what? Explain this to me. My hand began to shake as it rested in hers. Why had father done such a thing? Thought of him behaving so selfishly was shocking, even though I saw his deranged face. The fact alone that my father had been continuing his furry experiments meant lives were being lost. It pained me, and I welled with frustration, sadness, and an unshakable guilt. This ain't my fault. Throw that guilt away. I couldn't look up. Okay, well, this is my fault. Never mind. Guilt is real. I shook my head. If Iba, after losing his arm and being wounded, could be this strong, there's no way I could let my feelings get the better of me.
No, I'm fine. Continue.
Zen nodded and she continued.
武田の右腕はこのヤセの里から盗み出された鬼の腕に間違いないわ。本来なら切断した腕。しかも鬼の腕が人の体とつながるはずはないけど、落ち水を飲み羅刹になったことで生命力が増大したせいでしょうね。
Shin bit her lips tightly.
鬼の腕を盗み出すため行動さんはこの里の鬼たちを何人も殺していったわ。
How the fuck did that old man kill so many people?
いくらあなたの父を名乗っていようともヤセの里の長として彼を許すことはできない。
Right? He's my father and I don't forgive him. Sen wasn't in the wrong for thinking this. Not only had my father time and time again caused problems for the Shinsengumi, now he's committing crimes against his fellow people. My eyes were damp from the angry tears I was trying my best to restrain. But Iba, who up until this point had listened quietly, muttered aloud.
石腕でも戦うつもりでした。人間相手の戦ならば刀を銃に持ち帰れば戦
I think you could still do it with the gun.
Just need a gun.
ですが、あの武田さんにはどうあがいても勝てません。力が欲しい。鬼の腕を持った武田さんと戦えるだけの力が。
This is so much more compelling than like the fucking late game struggles in the other ones, where it was basically like, I have to protect. I'm like, yeah, get revenge. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. It's the revenge factor. Iba shut his eyes out of frustration and then he glanced over at me.
君は落ち水を
We
ここに
do?
持ってきているのでしたね。
We do?
We do?
Oh, it must have been when we had that meeting at the tower. Not the tower, at the
Did
magistrate's
They
office.
give that to us though? I thought they gave it to everybody else.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Like, we would never be in that situation where we needed this shit, I thought. So why would they give it to us? I don't know. My eyes grew wide. I have that? His mention of this could have only meant one thing at this point. Before I could stop him, Iba continued.
僕に
Yep, everybody
Amoxicillin
everybody
kudasai.
does the shit.
少なくともあの時のような無様な負け方はしません。
I understood where Iba was coming from, but
I can't do that.
there's no way I could agree to this. I had watched both Sanan and mostly Heisuke suffer closely. But Iba wouldn't back
お
down.
願いします。あなたは彼らをあのままにしておいていいと思っているんですか？
Don't appeal to my revenge, you bastard!
I wasn't saying that, but
だったら
Iba spoke up in frustration.
酷なことを言うようだけどたとえ落ち水を飲んだとしてもその腕は元には戻らないわ。
isn't it? Oh, did we
切断
fully
しかけている
amputate
ものを
it?
治癒するほどの力は
We shouldn't have done that. Come on, guys.
Right? Who did that? Dang it. Iba looked pained and he hung his head low.
Won't he still technically be stronger though? So like, he'll be able to use his left hand no problem.
It's his right arm that he's still got.
My bad. Same. That's what I meant.
However, Sen continued with a fierce determination shining from her
だけ
eyes.
ど武田の腕がこの里から盗まれた鬼の腕ならば
Before she finished, Sen pulled something out before the two of us. What the fuck?
That looks like half it, not arm.
Thank you.
Sorry.
My eyes grew wide and I gulped. Foot Takeda had. Sorry, I just suddenly got really distracted by all of this
Oh, yeah,
veiny
that's
mess
pretty
up in here. If what Takeda had said was the right arm, then what Shen was showing us was the left arm!
Crazy!
I can do math!
彼らが
That's
でき
still
たの
only
な
like
ら
half an arm.
あなたにもできるかもしれない
Just imagining like you.
I mean, didn't he get cut like? I imagined it was like somewhere in here.
I know. I thought he got cut straight up on the shoulder the same way
no, that
Takeda had.
doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Also, Takeda didn't get cut on the shoulder, did he? It was
I
like the
thought
elbow.
He did.
All of
Maybe
the
I
problem
just
here.
did that.
The
in my
problem,
head.
honestly, I think, is that they never showed us, so we all just had to like imagine what happened.
It also just seems more hardcore if it's from like the shoulder.
I don't think it was the shoulder.
But it was also like they said like an artery got cut, and I'm like,
Arteries can be in your elbow.
can they?
That's why that's where you go to like get the blood samples and shit.
Oh.
Have you've had your blood
Yeah.
taken? What the hell?
Sorry. Can you just wait? I got a question. If you take like blood from a vein, can you just like insert oxygen into the blood?
You will die. You
No,
will
no, no, no,
die
no, no.
if
I'm
you
saying you got-
inject oxygen into your veins.
No. Like you got a bowl, or I guess like a vial of vein blood, and you put oxygen into that vial. Have you rejuvenated the blood? I don't know science.
Moving on.
Okay.
Iba stared intently at the demon's arm.
Sen.
That's so weird. Considering her own responsibilities, it had only been natural that she would suggest this, but still couldn't get myself to agree with it. She not only turned Iba into a fury, but to top it off, infuse into him the power of demons.
I think that's
ごめんな
cooler.
さい。私もこんな方法は取りたくないけど、武田を倒して行動さんの野望をくじくには
Why
これ
can't
が
he
最
be
善の
killed
方法
with
だと
a
思うの。
gun?
恨んでくれて構わない
What if that hand is holding the gun?
My gun hand, my demon arm. The power combined.
それに決断するのはあくまでも伊庭さん本人よ。
So true.
There's no way I could be angry at Sen. In fact, the reason why Sen was in this position at all to begin with, because what my own stupid fucking father had done. Sen looked back at Iba once more.
私は羅刹を認めていないわ。本来ならこんな策を取ろうとは思わない。以前あなたに彼女を守る覚悟があるかどうかを聞いたこと覚えもう一度聞くわ。
Oops.
この腕は彼女を守る強大な力と
Don't
大
curse
き
my
な呪いをもた
boy.
らす。そしてこの腕を取
I
る
feel
決
like
断
we
をしたら
still
最
don't
後
have like the best
あなたは
version of the
人の世界
water
の
of
歴史に
life.
関わってはいけない存在と
Oh,
は
for sure, yeah.
Right? Is this even gonna work?
I mean, it'll work, but he'll still be... He'll basically be
Vampire.
like a lesser... Yeah, one of the little vampire ones, but with a fucking demon arm.
This is so disappointing.
Iba's eyes fluttered. He'd be giving up his humanity. That meant he could no longer fight alongside the Shinsengumi.
Says who?
I mean... Technically, he was never in the Shinsengumi to begin with.
Right? All he's gotta do is say, I
So-
got some cool tattoos and clip the nails.
Okay, but since it'd be the lesser water, though, he's still gonna have the daytime problem.
Just get a nighttime job. Like a security guard. or something.
Shinsengumi, I think, is an round-the-clock job.
That's why they got shifts. Shifts.
Shivers.
Shivers.
Which for him was nearly unthinkable, considering his longtime friends were a crucial part of himself. Even
それ
then,
でも覚悟があるのならあなたに人としての性を捨ててもいい覚悟があるのならこの力を持っていきなさい。判断はあなたに任せます。
girl, I don't think you put enough emphasis on the cons. Think this was a little bit of a biased proposition.
Yeah, for sure.
For a while, Iba stared back at the demon's arm, eventually closing his eyes and muttering to himself.
先ほどは片腕だけでも 足だけになっても戦えると言いましたが、
You lied!
力がなくては大切な人を守りきることなどできません。彼らのようなものが薩長軍に関わるのであれば、どのみち幕軍が滅ぼされるのは必定でしょう。ならば迷うべきではない。
After Eva said this, he turned to face me once again.
僕に落ち水をください。たとえ人ではなくなったとしても、大切な人を守れない方が辛いんです。
What? We have to say, okay, I remember the option, but I don't want to. Where's my...
What?
Aha!
Ah.
I mean, I'm going to say okay, but I'll come back to this later.
So this is the only way, huh?
Must have been an obvious question to Iba, but it still felt so wrong to me. Iba silently nodded. His clear eyes glowed resolutely. What happened to QA at the end of these? Genuinely. Where did they go? Did we just not have the time? Seeing his expression in this moment reminded me of the moment the Sanon had decided to drink the water of life, and boy do I hate that moment. Sanon had mentioned that losing one's arm was essentially death to any swordsman, and Iba had said that that was some beta bitch talk. Suppose Iba had felt the same, both of them deeply committed to their duties as warriors. Feel cornered, suffocating under the possibility of having no other real solution and choosing this. Thought to myself that because I understood where Iba had been coming from, couldn't bring myself to stop him.
Honestly, I want nothing less than for you to become a fury. What? What?
We want nothing. We don't want him to do that.
Okay, I've only heard nothing
We
more.
want nothing less. Yeah, nothing more, but nothing less.
Gotcha,
like,
gotcha.
if you want nothing less than that's the thing that you want the least.
So
That's how words work.
Okay.
My throat squeezed as the words left my mouth, but Iba smiled despite my insistence. Little punk ass.
人じゃなくなってもいいんです。
Punk ass.
What?
僕は武士として最後まで戦い抜くためにこの道を選ぶ。
I was...
それが一番の理由ですけど。
See, and now I have to rescind what I said earlier about the motivations in this one feeling better than everything else, because we've just come back to the my duty.
Yeah.
This is my job, and I will fucking die for it.
This is
Demo.
what work-life
Hitotsu.
balance is not about.
理由があるんです。
Right.
何だと思います？
Ah.
I considered what it could be for a second, but Lorelai walked away from me.
Lorelai's closing the door.
I see. No idea came to mind. I'm still super duper dumb. Eva blushed tenderly and his cheeks were rosy as he offered his answer.
人ではないと言われたあの時の君の気持ちに近づけるのであれば
He's like, now we're the same.
人でなくなるのも悪くはないかも
Don't
し
be
れま
that
せん。
guy, Eva. Eva, don't be that guy. We all went through that phase, but don't be that guy right now.
He would love the Twilight series.
Oh, God.
Ranking the Shinsengumi on how much they would enjoy the Twilight series.
No!
Oh.
He would not. He has respect for women. He would not. That's right. He was talking about, when Takeda called me a whole fucking monster. Wait, that couldn't have been it. If I looked back far enough, I could recall a moment in our distant past.
Could you?
But where? Oh, that's right. It was during our childhood, as many other children would gather to play around the clinic. But children stopped coming to visit after a certain incident. At the time, some of the other children had acquired a ladder, climbing up to reach the clinic's roof. What the hell y'all doing on my roof?
You guys don't climb up there. You'll get hurt.
However, no one listened to me, and so I killed them all.
This is nothing. It's not even that high.
Someone had been pretending to be a firefighter and climbed up the ladder before it tipped over.
No, watch out!
I'd lost sight of myself and ran to the ladder. Then
Ah!
the ladder toppled over and I had fallen with it. My arm received a deep cut from a stone beside me.
Oh my god! Ouch!
Are you okay? Wow, you're bleeding.
The child had a really low voice. Whoa.
Oh, this is fine. This isn't too serious. It'll heal up.
After saying this, after counting internally to 10, it healed completely. The neighborhood children widened their eyes in surprise, entranced by my healing powers. Then,
Wait, what? What just happened? You were bleeding a second ago. My wounds healed quite quickly. I didn't notice it until recently, and I didn't know it wasn't too common. Isn't it cool?
what child speaks like this?
Right?
The children didn't wait for me to finish.
A monster! Some kind of weird healing monster! Oh, oh.
Before I could call them back, all the children scattered. Scatter! The next day, other children had come to visit and see me at my home. For me, it was normal for my injuries to heal quickly. I didn't know any differently. Never in my wildest imagination did I expect people to show surprise, let alone hatred towards me because of something like that. Whoa, y'all just jelly. Ooh, cool it. It didn't end there.
Hey, monster, why don't hurry up and leave Edo?
Children began flinging rocks at the clinic, and I could see the passers-by whispering rumors about me as they walked by our clinic. What kind of child would have the foresight to know that their body was any different? Even so, every child I had grown up or played with learned to treat me with seething contempt. People hated what they didn't know. They didn't know me, and it crushed me inside to believe it. Just then, Iba, who I'd called Hachiro Nissan, cause just Hachiro is stupid. Back then was studying my father's books. Like the way that they emphasize, like, I called him his name.
Uh-huh.
So scandalous.
So embarrassing.
Studying my father's books, came running out of my father's clinic.
Wait, Hachiro, it's okay, man. Oh.
Couldn't bring myself to speak. I stayed silent. If I had told Hachiro what I was, even he might begin to hate me.
I cannot believe we don't get us as tiny children.
Right? Where's my fucking flashback CG? That's the whole point of childhood friends. I want cute flashback CGs. You bastards! He quietly urged me to speak up, so I timidly told him.
It's my fault they're making fun of me. I can't stop it.
Hachiro seemed to have a word stuck on the tip of his tongue, waiting to respond, but then I think Baby Iba is part of the everybody else that's been turned down to like 2 volume. That's frustrating. Because I can't emulate that voice. It's too good.
Wait, what?
Can you not hear the voice?
What about it?
It's good.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, you said something else before that I thought I understood what you were saying, but then you followed that up with something that didn't correlate.
I can't emulate that voice?
Yeah, what did you say before that?
The volume is turned down
Oh.
on everybody else. Remember, all of the extras are
okay.
turned down. I
I'm
think
sorry.
they counted him as an extra, or
So
his
you did
baby version.
skip.
What
Okay.
the hell are you talking
I
about?
thought you were doing like a never mind.
What?
I got confused.
It
It felt like you were jumping around with like your thoughts, and I was like, what?
That was one very consecutive thought.
No, it wasn't. It went from volume to good voice, and
No, it's... You're gonna listen back to this, and you're gonna be like, wow, my brain just didn't... It shut down a little bit.
joke's on you. I never listen back to what I do.
You bastard.
Well.
もし僕が普通の子供と違ったらあなたは僕を嫌いになりますか？
There's so many noises
Probably.
happening that probably drowned that out. I shook my head. Hachiro had always been so kind to me. I fucking love this boy. If you were different, nothing could change how I felt about him.
僕も同じですよ。
You're so quiet, my guy.
化け物なんかじゃありません。普通の女の子です。
His words seemed to heal the wounds that were hurting my heart.
He said that to us so many times. How did we not remember this sooner?
Literally.
しておいた方がいいかもしれませんね。また今回みたいに嫌な思いをしないとは限らないし。
Okay.
そんな顔をしないでください。別に叱ってるわけじゃないんです。
Hachiro had been able to settle a lot of the uneasiness in my heart, but the pain of losing all my friends to this lie that I was some monster was a little hard to assuage.
困ったな。元気を出してください。あ、そうだ。もしあなたに意地悪をする子がいたら、僕がやっつけてあげますよ。
Beat them up, you.
His figure was slender like a little girl's. Okay, now listen. The thought of him becoming a warrior was so strange to me that I couldn't help but question him.
大丈夫ですよ。今までは真面目にしてなかったけど、これからはちゃんと剣術の稽古をします。大切な友達を守るためですからね。
The brightness of his wide smile felt even more warm than usual. Just like that, I felt many of my worries slip away from under me.
僕が本気で剣術に打ち込むようになったのはそのあなたのためなら人で亡くなることぐらい些細なことだ。お願いします。今度こそあなたを守らせてください。
How dare you do this to us?
Wow. What am I supposed to
How
say?
dare you do this to us? Eva stared at me with an unwavering disposition. My love for him made my heart heavy with worry. However, if Eva's true purpose was to live life by the sword, only one thing I can do to help him. This is manipulative, and I don't appreciate it. I reached into the pocket and grabbed the glass vial to place in front of him. His voice trembled.
ありがとうございます。
He held the bottle, looking at it with a peculiar sense of wonder, and placed it back into his pocket. Wait, you're not gonna drink it? And then...
姫様、お伝えしたいことが。
She was still in the room?
何
No,
かあったの？
the door just opened.
No, I meant.
Do you not hear the... Oh, Sen was in here
Yeah.
this whole time, yeah.
That's awkward.
I mean, not really. We just had... Except for the fact that we just had a whole fucking flashback and we're probably like 6-yard stare, drooling, thinking back on things.
行動と武田が 結界を破って里に侵入しました。今
Again?
こちらに向かっている様子です。
Why?
Because they want to fucking destroy us or kidnap us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't understand our fucking father's motivations anymore.
なんですって。二人はここから逃げてちょうだい。あの二人がここに来たということは、おそらくあなたを狙っているはず。
Everybody wants me. I nodded back to her sternly, and Eva and I gathered ourselves to leave the room. I heard the sound of flesh being sliced open along with a brutal blood-curdling scream, and then a man covered in blood burst in, falling to the floor. This man, I think he was the one who'd been guarding the entrance to this building. Uh-oh. Sen glared in angrily in the direction of the forest. Shortly after, a figure was approaching us casually. Someone I had no desire to see.
Ah, I had a feeling you were here, Haruhi.
It's just old man Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Oh, that's me too, father. Takeda, what are you doing here? Do. Back to square one. Doing. Ha!
Do.
Do you really have to ask? Is it not so obvious? I have come back for you, my child. I what a troublesome one you are.
そういうことを言ってるんじゃないわ。あんた、よくここに顔を出せたわね。
Senate stood in an indignant rage, glaring at my father. Father, however, seemed unfazed.
この間は目くらましにかけられたが、お前ごとき、この私の相手ではない。
Kimigiku readied her stance, preparing herself to fight Takeda, but
遅い。
what? No. Takeda seemed to move 3 paces quicker. What the fuck was that sound effect? Flustered by the rapid swings of Takeda's fists, Kimigiku was eventually thrown to the side.
造作もない。
Hate this piece of shit. He gazed over Kimigiku's body on the floor and turned to face
死
Iba.
に損ないが、まだ生きていたのか。
Iba unsheathed his sword, bracing himself to block a strike from Takeda.
バカめ、遅いわ。
Takeda anticipated Iba's counterattack, intercepting his sword easily. If it came to the two of them engaging in hand-to-hand combat, there was no way Iba could stand a chance. Both he and his sword were flung aside. What could I do? I knew that I wasn't really any match for Takeda, literally at all. However, abandoning Iba and Kimigiku to escape was not a friggin' option. Though my hands were trembling, I nervously reached for the kodachi on my hips.
What are you doing? You know that you don't stand no chance against Takeda, don't ya?
You don't stand no chance, don't
お
you?
前など、この場で切り捨てても一向に構わんのだが、行動には一応借りがあるのでな。共に来てもらうぞ、雪村。
Gross. I'd rather die.
Ugh.
I had a small window of time to find an opening into which I could strike Takeda. However, a hateful aura radiated from his entire body, intimidating me from stepping forward. I am baby. And then I blacked out. I had to close my ears, and apparently also my eyes, blocking out the hateful thoughts to step forward and conquer the fear. We're going to die. Oh my god.
いいですよね
What?
彼らをこのままにしておいたら幕軍の敗北は確実だ。たとえ人の歴史から消え去ることになったとしても僕はこの道を選ぶ。
I heard the shattering of glass. He just threw
Did
that
it
shit
so
on the floor.
fucking dramatically.
Then... Tight. Now we've both got super inconvenient nails. Takeda's eyes were wide with shock.
貴様その腕は一体何だ。
なんだとはあなたもよくご存知のはずですが
He looks sick as fuck though.
Right? There was a coldness to Iba's tone, puffing his chest and arms up confidently. Takeda furrowed his brow, scowling at Iba as his teeth gritted from hatred. Jeez
そう
Louise.
か。貴様も落ち水を飲んだのだな。
Ha,
そして
y'all are twins now. He...
その腕を手に入れた貴様も人の血をすする化け物になり果てたわけだ。
You can't talk shit about him when you're the fucking same.
Right.
ええあなたと同じように
Exactly. Why is that the fucking... What? I mean, we know what that shit's gonna say. There's no point, but also rude. Oh, it's because my...
What?
The key... For some reason, the controller disables my keyboard in this game.
That's weird.
Look at how this little face is so cute. The white hair really doesn't suit him though, honestly.
It's not the best, but I think
His color scheme is
cute
too
enough.
warm for it.
Mm.
Iba responded stoically, continuing on with a fixed gaze upon Takeda.
ですが一つ伝えなくてはなりません。僕はあなたと違い己の意志でこ
I
の
know what
力を
I'm
得たという
doing.
ことです。
Unlike you.
同じく腕を失い同じ力を得ても僕たちの目的は違う。僕のこの力は誰かを守り思いを貫くために使う。
The floor shook beneath Iba as he gathered his strength, causing Takeda to step back slowly.
Floor shook?
He caused a whole earthquake. Immediately, Iba had unsheathed his sword, and by the time I blinked, he had already closed the distance between himself and Takeda. I thought he already did that, considering they were holding hands, but okay.
Put it like that.
They were holding hands. Their swords danced in a flurry of movements too quick to see with my eyeballs, and Iba's newfound strength and speed made his display masterful.
くそ。
Takeda struggled to keep up with the pace of Iba's barrage of strikes, panting in the frenzy.
Why are Iba's sword strikes not green? Who fucked that up?
Because they're all like, blue versus red, good versus evil.
Isn't that blue versus orange?
What?
It's more common in film to see blue against orange.
No. Are you insane? What
Okay.
fucking films have you been watching?
God, never mind.
Portal? Literally, in what movies?
They did it in Tron, and I think they did it in the Hunger Games. Maybe it wasn't that one, it was something else.
Pretty sure. Was Tron? Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
red.
No. I literally had this discussion in a theater class, so obviously it's right.
Anyways,
+5 credibility.
what did you even just say?
What do you mean?
What did you even just say? She don't even know what
I
she
do
just
know
said.
what I said, but I don't know if you're asking because you didn't hear me or to make a fool out of me.
Possibly both, depending on what you said.
I said +5 credibility.
Yes, dude.
Don't touch me with your foot.
If there was a question of how much of a clown Lorelai is, it's all the way.
Never.
Clearly, Iba has the advantage.
It appears we've reached an impasse here. It would be wise for you to lose what great progress. I mean, unwise. It would not be good to lose the progress you've made in your new form. It would be in our best interest to retreat for now.
なんだと貴様
Oh my. So angry, you can kill him some other time? Do you want to die from your own stubbornness?
Reluctantly, Takeda heeded my father's words, sheathing his sword back into his scabbard.
今日は遅れを取ったが次こそ必ず貴様の首を取ってやる
Ugh.
覚悟しておけ伊庭八郎
The amount of times that we've had a grr and I haven't been able to hear it audibly, disappointing. Fucking disappointing as shit.
Wait.
What happened to you?
I forgot whether that was me or not.
I rushed up to stop them, but Father and Takeda vanished like mist without a trace.